This is Talking Drum. State your name, where you calling from.
My name is James, and I'm calling from my orbit.
Say it again.
My name is James.
And James, I kind of recognize your voice, and I'm going to let you go ahead and speak, but if it's who I think you are, and brother, and if I'm wrong, because I'm real, but there's something to you.
Me too.
Say it again.
Me too. It's pretty real.
Okay, well, look. If
United States Marine.
Okay, well, you the brother that, and you can't call, because you full of mucus and pus. You're really full of mucus and pus. And that's what I said, brother. And I mean that, because you can't get off and sneak your way in back door to Talking Drum, because you have been banned until the earth freezes, warms up again, and generates a new race of people.
Or he does some lemon juice enemas.
He can't even
which
do
one?
that.
Which one comes first?
He can't do that. Not here.
Mercy.
Because I don't play that. But anyway, this is Talking Drum. State your name, where you calling from.
This is John from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, great, John. How you doing?
Good. How you doing today?
Pretty good. You got a question for the guest?
Yeah. Hey, want to say shout out to the professor there. He's one of my jam partners. He probably knows who I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, question though. Given that our soil has been so depleted of the nutrients that were probably plentiful when our grand. How do you guys feel about supplements? Because I know we're not getting the right amount of nutrients. Well, I don't know that, but I'm going to say that I don't think we are getting the right amounts of nutrients that we should be getting out of the foods that we're eating, just based on the type of fertilizer. A lot of stuff is not organic. Even though they say it's organic, it might not be fully organic. What do you think about supplements?
I know where you're going with it, and I haven't eaten since the first week in September, literally. Now, the supplements, when you say supplements, like I said, I haven't eaten in, almost 8 weeks now, I guess. And so you can ask Oginga how I look, so the whole additive principle is something that we don't believe in terms of that, because we've just proven that to be not the case in terms of what do you need. We eat for elimination purposes. That's the only reason that we eat. And primarily, the best foods to eat is fruit. That's the only food that actually can eliminate waste from your bloodstream is fruit. Green leafy plants, things like that can help, in terms of a brew, and helping to clean your intestines. But the real, fruit is the real food. So, when you talk about supplements or missing something, that's just a fallacy, man, And a lot of people haven't tested that fallacy. I've tested it. I've went years, without eating and things, So most doctors and scientists would say, well, you can't do that. You couldn't do that before it's done, But that's a fallacy, man, about you needing,
Let me rephrase that. When I say supplements, I don't mean like. I used to do a lot of bodybuilding, so I was taking different stuff back then when I was younger. But I'm referring to like magnesium, iodine, selenium, chromium, things. Those type. That when I'm speaking of supplements now, I'm not so much into those other types of things, but those natural minerals.
Well, the sun is what you need. Air is what you need. Those are the minerals that have that. Those are the things that have all that what you're talking about. They have that. I mean, and you wouldn't have to break it down as such to say magnesium. Just deal with the air. You know, your body is an air gas engine. You know, you can go a day without food, right? You know, you know, you can go a day without water, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can't go 5 minutes without air.
Exactly.
Okay, so your body is an air gas engine. It doesn't run on food. And by no means, we're not telling you to stop eating. I don't want nobody that's listening to think
right.
we're talking about stop eating and things like that. That's not what we're talking about. But we're trying to get you to understand how your body truly operates so that you can move on and deal with your physiology in a serious way and get some results out of what you're doing with your living.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been pretty health conscious, even back when I wasn't treating my body as well as I should have been. I mean, I'm in my late 50s now, and I'm probably in a lot of younger guys. You know, they think I'm a lot younger than I am in some cases, but I'm still, you know, I listen to a lot of different types of health shows, and some doctors, like you say, they recommend certain things, and these are not your natural. I mean, these are more homeopathic doctors. They're not talking about the chemical stuff. But
well, that stuff costs money. You know, everybody's trying to make money selling something.
Well, yeah, that's true. But a lot of the stuff that they're selling, or not necessarily selling, but they're just promoting the. Like I said, the magnesium, the iodine.
So, well, then you tell us why. What's the reasoning that they would give for you to take this this isolated chemistry?
Well, I'm not professed to be I'm not a medical doctor, so to speak, but I mean I listen to these guys. I listen to a lot of different information, and put me on the spot because I'm not really prepared.
But the reason I ask that is because that is something that so many people believe in these theories. And I'm not telling anybody, if you want to believe in nutrition theories and you want to get into like to really analyzing the chemistry and that kind of stuff, and you're persuaded by those arguments, then that, you know, that's fine. But we don't believe in those theories all the way from a historical perspective. The word protein was invented in the 1830s by a man named Mulder, based on experiments by a guy named Francois Magenti, where they were doing sadistic experiments on dogs. Now, they don't teach you that in school. They just say, and the word protein itself means first principle. But they don't teach you that. And these people and these doctors that tell you that you need such and such, you need this protein powder, you need this iodine, or these people that are telling you need this isolated chemistry, they are not giving you the history of the origin of where these theories even come from, because our ancestors didn't analyze this kind of stuff, and they lived longer than we did, if depending on which ancestors you're talking about, and they were in a lot better condition than we were. So it wasn't except this past 100, 150 years where you get the calorie theory developed by Atwater, and all of these theories that they have really continued. People have found ways to first make a lot of money. Yeah. On creating products and putting them out there, and second, we have to go back and really take a look at the origin of these things that people were teaching to us, just like it's just factual that with no question, like don't quit, and you turn on TV and they say get your calcium from milk. Milk does the body good. We grow up with this propaganda and we get saturated in it. So what we do is basically go diametrically opposed to that and say we're starting over again in terms of really trying to understand how our bodies work and to see if there's any validity to those kind of theories at all.
And caller, I want to thank you for your call. I'm going to have to make way for some other people, but I appreciate you calling. Keep listening, and we'll have some more information for you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
513-749-1444. We're coming up on the top of the hour, and we're going to take a little break, and I'm going to ask you a question. But we on the road, too. We got another call coming in. This is Talking Drum, and state your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to Talking Drum.
All right, this is Tikora Tafari with Sister Pinky, Tasha, Tamar, hopefully Daoud. We all listening from the ATL.
All right.
How
you doing, sister?
Fine. I wanted to pose a question also too, and have you go back through the discussion about the protein. And is it reasonable for a person to do or get a blood transfusion or donate blood? That was my question.
Blood transfusions. Oh man, I mean, if the only way I would have a blood transfusion if I was in a bad car accident and I was unconscious and they did it without me,
Yeah, right.
Without me
unconscious.
Yeah, unconscious. So, that's what I think.
And that
about.
falls into that realm of trauma. And, we talk about like the emergency room and trauma. That's the one thing that Pus and Mucus Society has really refined.
Oh, yeah.
Is the emergency room process, the whole tragedy.
masters.
Yeah, I mean, something happens and you call a phone number and, 5 minutes later someone's there and, scrape you up off the ground and take you in and that kind of thing.
I mean, Brother Oginga had a stroke, and he didn't call Brother Air. He called 911.
Yeah, well, I didn't, but someone else did.
Yeah.
But
and he got the proper
and
care that he needed.
And jokingly, I told Brother Air, because we have known each other for a long time, is that the one thing when I was having a stroke, and that was in 2005. It was July 4th, matter of fact, 2005. One thing I wasn't doing when I fell on the floor and I couldn't breathe, I wasn't saying, hamburger. I needed some air. I couldn't hardly breathe, and I needed that oxygen. And so I found out, that I had the stroke, but, just a little bit. But we got 2 minutes. You got another question, and I got to take a break right here.
Thank you.
Okay, did you have another question? All right. Sister T. Cool.
Yeah, right. Well, she had said so, wanted to hear more. Well, in response, and this is kind of go back to both past callers. This is a great quote. Professor Arnold Air at the Mucusless Diet Healing System. He says, the entire trash of scientific dietetics, food values, statistics, etc., is useless and in vain so long as the first step is not taken, and that is to see the foods and their value from a principally different angle, how far and how much it produces and leaves disease, matter, or mucus in the body, and their dissolving, eliminating, healing properties. The entire trash.
Yeah.
Right, I mean,
right.
just that's
Just
Well, look, we right now this is WAIF Cincinnati, and we are on the air right now, and this is with Brother Air, Professor Spira, and we're talking about the Mucusless Diet Healing System. To name the program, my program is Talking Drum. My name is Oginga Khamisi, and I always come in to do radio with a purpose. But I posted on Facebook that the topic for tonight's program was based on a song that I heard the Breatharian Ensemble do, was called More People Have Been Killed. Soul food has been
killed more
black people than the Ku Klux Klan. Soul food killed more black people than the Ku Klux Klan. And I mean, it was so real when I heard that, because as I heard Dick Gregory, and caller, I'm coming to you, that, and of course I did say this is WAIF, but Dick Gregory said, we go to funerals all the time. Matter of fact, maybe too many, but we do go to them. None of us are physically, as we know it, going to be here forever, like 2,000 or 3,000 years, but that would be nice.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I hope I'm on that train.
Yeah,
but anyway, he said the moment we go to a funeral and we're looking at Well, Oginga died eating a lot of jelly donuts and mashed potatoes and gravy and macaroni and fried chicken and pork chops and bacon and eggs. And then everybody's, oh, that's a shame. And as soon as they leave my funeral, they go to the repast, what they call a repast, and everything that killed me, they start eating, as if it's not going to kill them, and that's called normalized insanity.
But that's that psychopathic type of behavior that we deal with, man. Everybody is full of bile. You dig? That's why we're talking about doing the lemon enemas, to do the irrigation, to irrigate your colon. Every day, every other day, once a week, you should be doing it.
Well, I want to take a break for right now. It's a piece and it's rather long. I'm going to just play some of it. You all are musicians, and you did this piece and you named it Intestinal Fortitude. And just tell me briefly, actually, what does that mean? Intestinal fortitude.
Wow.
I mean, well, intestinal freedom, intestinal strength, intestinal decisiveness, being able to not be at the mercy of your stomach, to not be at the mercy of your addiction to pus and mucus-forming foods, which are the foundation of human illness. That's why we're talking about this, is the foundation of human illness, the foundation of mental illness. And so this was a piece that started off as an improvised piece that we would come together and were very interested in improvised, creative black music. And we started kind of putting some things together, and all of a sudden we had something that was just, that we knew was special. Like, dang, this is really, really
It really
something.
felt good.
Yeah.
To date, I think that was the best recorded music that we've ever done in terms of the way it sounds, just as far as representing what the Breath Area Ensemble represents. I mean, it just was right on point. The way it was recorded, the way it sounds, there wouldn't be nothing I would change.
Okay, well, look, let me play that. That's going to give us a little break, and then we'll come back at you. And I think I do have a caller. Let me deal with this caller first, and then I'll go to that. Caller, you're on the air. State your name and where you're calling from.
I just love you.
Okay, that's somebody.
She just love us, and we love you too.
Love you.
Well, she sounded like she was packed up pretty tight. So anyway, we're going to go to this piece. It's called Intestinal Fortitude. Check this out, brothers and sisters. My name is Oginga Khamisi, and the program is Talking Drum. My guests, Professor Spira and Brother Air. And we're talking about the Mucusless Diet Healing System. We're talking about soul food killed more people than the Ku Klux Klan. And we're talking about you staying healthy or getting healthy. And that's what you should be about. So anyway, check this piece out. We'll be back. The phone number here is 513-749-1444. Don't forget, we're in the midst of our memberthon. Our fall memberthon, we extended it a little bit, and you can call in your pledges at 513-749-1444. You can do it while I got this music playing, or you can do it later on. Pledge to this program because I have a diverse audience. I have people listen to me in Guinea. I have people listen to me in Guinea, West Africa, in France, in Hawaii, Japan, Juneau, Alaska, and all over the United States. California, the professor, Brother Clendon, out there, as Sister Takor said, all down in hot Atlanta, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, all over, Chicago, Waba, York, New York. So, brothers and sisters, it is WAIF is truly a global radio station. So check this out. Continue to tell friends to tune in each and every Friday night, even though I was on an hour earlier tonight because I sat in for Dr. Thomas and his wife. But each and every Friday night from 9 until 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. And again, my name is Oginga, and I come in to do radio with a purpose, with a purpose, with a purpose. Intestinal fortitude. All right. Real nice piece. Tell me about that piece, Brother Aaron. That was a nice piece.
That was something that I used to love Master Baba Alatunji, and I'm not a hand drummer per se, but I would, mess around with some synthetic djembes, and I had a few Oginga endorsed djembes, that he laid his hand on and passed on to me. And did that go out?
No, you good.
Oh, okay, because I didn't know if I couldn't hear myself.
Yeah, I was just putting some things in.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was one of them rhythms. And I remember me and Tara, the violin player, at my house, just rehearsing one day. And I played that rhythm, and she played over top of it, and she would come, and just me and her would do like a duet rehearsal for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and that's how that piece kind of developed. When we got with the band, we were saying, man, we hear this, and the band would come in, and so that's how that piece kind of developed. Was just we loved the feel of it, and it was so much tension and release inside of it, and so it's just a great piece of music, man. You can meditate to it, or you can I kind of imagine people doing yoga to it,
So you all have been dealing with this. I know that you, Brother Era, have gone on these long fasts, and people thought maybe you wouldn't be here, and you're still here. And so it's a proven fact that you've done these fasts. You've actually experimented with yourself to prove that it can happen. And so, not that it is for everybody, but it's not that you have to do it. It's just like,
well, I'm serious about if these stores shut down and food, so I can go long periods of time without eating.
Right. Well, we got a call coming in. Yeah. This is Talking Drum. State your name.